Hello, America. This is Call of Duty Goddess. Today is September the 16th, 2016. There seems to be a state of emergency declared for Alabama and Georgia after a pipeline spill. This is an aerial photo of two of the three mine water retention ponds at the site of the pipeline leak that spilled an estimated 250,000 gallons of gasoline in Shelby County, Alabama. The retention pond on the right is where the gasoline has been contained. Governor Robert Bentley issued an executive order Thursday declaring a state of emergency in Alabama over concerns about fuel shortages in the wake of a gasoline pipeline spill that released about 250,000 gallons of gasoline south of Birmingham and shut down a major pipeline connecting refineries in Houston with the rest of the country. Georgia Governor Nathan Deal issued a similar executive order for his state on Tuesday. The pipeline operator, Colonial Pipeline, released the following information Thursday afternoon. Based on current projections and consultations with industry partners, parts of Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Carolina will be the first markets to be impacted by any potential disruption in supply. Some suppliers have begun shipping refined gasoline by water to New York from Houston while the pipeline is shut down. The pipeline has been shut down since Friday and normally transports 1.3 million barrels per day of refined gasoline and other petroleum products from refineries in Houston to the south and eastern seaboard. The pipeline terminates at New York Harbor. Colonial operates a second pipeline, Line 2, parallel to the damaged line that typically carries jet fuel, diesel, or other non-gasoline products like home heating oil. According to Colonial's response information site, Line 2 is now transporting gasoline from Houston as far as western Alabama to alleviate supply concerns there. U.S. EPA personnel at the site of the spill in Shelby County say local residents are not in danger, and the spilled gasoline appears to be contained at the site and unlikely to enter the nearby river. It says the cause is currently unclear. Colonial Pipeline, the largest refined product system in the nation, operates 5,500 miles of underground pipe and above-ground storage tanks and pump stations, delivering more than 100 million gallons of refined petroleum products a day. Their consumer base is an estimated 50 million Americans between Houston and New York City. This could threaten to drive up fuel prices and leave service stations without fuel to sell. The Birmingham Business Journal reported that most of the spilled gasoline has been contained in a nearby mining retention pond that we saw earlier, as workers skimmed the pond to remove the gasoline. Overflow dams are also being constructed to prevent gasoline seepage into the nearby river. However, a landowner living near the river spoke about his concerns over the spill. Let's listen to what he has to say.
I mean, that's our water.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know, I mean, they're pumping. I mean, the Cobble Heights is the pumping station. There's in what's now Vestavia. You got a pump station right there. I mean, you know, we canoe right past the management area or where they're at and go right past that. I've got 3.5 acres here. Okay, my property backed up to what used to be the management area. I mean, it dead end to it. And then this the subdivision back here got bought. And it's probably from my property line to where the management area starts again, I would say 300 yards, maybe 400 yards. All right, and then you've got a creek that runs from the management area. So, which runs all down through here, all down through into Helena, Alabaster, you know, that runs that way. Well, I'm not really, well, and I guess in a way, I am worried about the drinking water, because if it does get in the Cobble River, I mean, it's all flowing, and it's all flowing toward the pumping station. I mean, if you pull up a map and look at it, and knowing from canoeing it from years and years, I mean, you're going to go right past the pumping station. So if it gets in there, it's going to get into our water. The other thing is we get a groundwater stream, which basically is when it rains. I mean, that's the only time that water flows. So it's coming from under the ground. It's not a creek, so it comes from groundwater.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going to come up now?
Right.
And we've got rain coming. This weekend it's supposed to rain. That's the other thing.
Mm.
What are they going to do with all the petroleum that's leaking into it? I mean, where's it going? What are they putting in? Are they pumping it out? I mean, if it's pumping out that fast, I don't think you could bring enough tankers in there to pull it out. We don't have somebody from either some higher official, I guess,
right.
Whether it be a mayor or governor or something. I mean, if it's gotten this much where they're bringing in, hauling in big equipment and everything, something's big's coming up. It sounds like they're trying to cover something up to me. That's just my opinion. But, you got cops blocking everything. You can't get in there. And you got game wardens blocking everything. I mean, you heard my son say, you can't get, there's nowhere you can get in. Basically, they've got it quarantined.
Mm-hmm.
And they even said on the news, that I watch, no firearms, don't fire anything, and just learning, what I've heard, no fly zone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a concern.
Colonial Pipeline initially said that the line would be running by this weekend, but delays this week caused by gasoline vapors on site has slowed operations. Working in close consultation with local, state, and federal officials, Colonial Pipeline continued around-the-clock response operations on location in Helena, Alabama, into the evening yesterday, the company announced on September 15th. However, work activity was intermittent overnight due to unfavorable weather conditions that caused gasoline vapors to settle over the site. Operations are resuming as officials deem conditions are safe. The top priority of the unified response effort remains the safety and protection of the public, responders, and the environment. I'll leave the links below. If you live on the East Coast, you may want to fill up on gas. And I hope everything is okay environmentally out there. I'd like to thank Atwoodsen for giving me a heads up on this. This is Call of Duty Goddess signing off, and as always, I've got your 6.